Advantages of liquid organic fertilizer are easy to absorb. Nutrients in liquid form are more quickly absorbed by plant leaves and roots. Practical application. Easy to apply, can be watered or sprayed, and does not require complicated soil preparation. Improves fertility. Helps form chlorophyll, root nodules, and loosens the soil. Waste reduction. Converts organic waste into useful products. Milk cartons can be used on plants as a fertilizer, fungicide, and insecticide due to their calcium, vitamin B, and lactic acid content. Mix it with water, a 1:1 or 1:2 ratio for foliar sprays, and can also be applied directly to the base of plants or as a foliar spray to prevent fungi such as powdery mildew and blossom end rot. Milk has benefits for plants as it acts as a fertilizer, natural pesticide, and fungicide. Its nutritional content, such as calcium and vitamin B, promotes plant growth, strengthens cell walls, and prevents diseases such as blossom end spot and black spot. Furthermore, milk can control pests such as aphids and protect plants from fungal diseases, especially when used correctly. Benefits of milk for plants' nutritional source. Milk is rich in calcium and vitamin B, which are essential for strong, healthy plant growth. Disease causes. Fungicide. Functions as an organic fungicide to combat fungal diseases such as black spot on roses. Key benefits of coffee grounds for plants. Enriches soil. Coffee grounds are rich in nitrogen, potassium, and magnesium, which are essential for plant growth. Sprinkling them directly or mixing them into compost can improve soil fertility and aid in the decomposition of other organic matter. Special fertilizer. The acidic content of coffee grounds can help plants that require more acidic soil, such as blueberries, azaleas, and orchids. Natural pest control. The abrasive nature of coffee grounds and their caffeine content are disliked by pests like slugs and ants, making them an effective pest repellent. Attracts earthworms. Earthworms love coffee grounds and are attracted to areas where they are mixed into the soil. Earthworms help improve soil health and aeration. Improves soil structure. Adding coffee grounds can improve soil structure, porosity, and air holding capacity, resulting in healthier soil. Coffee grounds and powdered milk can be used for plants, but in different ways and for different purposes. Both can be natural alternatives to help fertilize plants if used correctly and in moderation. Coffee grounds. Used coffee grounds are rich in essential nutrients that benefit plant growth. Nutritional content. Contains nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, and other minerals like calcium and magnesium. Nitrogen promotes healthy, strong leaf growth. Soil enhancer. Adds organic matter that helps improve soil structure, drainage, and air retention. Pest repellent. The aroma of caffeine and diterpenes contained in coffee can repel pests like snails, slugs, and several other insects. pH balancer. After use, coffee grounds have a relatively neutral pH and are not as acidic as fresh coffee. Powdered milk, especially low-fat or non-fat milk, can provide benefits to plants due to its calcium content. Calcium source. Helps prevent blossom end rot, which often occurs in tomatoes and peppers due to calcium deficiency. Natural fungicide. A mixture of milk and water can be used as a fungicide spray to combat fungal diseases like powdery mildew. Natural pesticide. Helps protect plants from pests like aphids, thrips, and spider mites. Liquid organic fertilizer, POC, fermentation is the process of breaking down complex organic matter into simpler nutrients with the help of microorganisms, such as bacteria and fungi. This process converts carbohydrates into alcohol or organic acids, such as acetic acid, and produces macro and micronutrients that are beneficial to plants. Process and benefits. Chemical process. Microorganisms convert sugars in organic matter into ethanol, acetic acid, lactic acid, water vapor, and carbon dioxide. Benefits for plants. The resulting POC is highly effective in stimulating plant growth, loosening the soil, and aiding nutrient absorption by leaves. Nutrition. POC contains various macronutrients, such as C, P, K, Ca, Mg, and micronutrients, such as Fe, Mn, Zn, Cu, that plants need. The importance of mature fermentation. Unripe POC can be harmful to plants. Characteristics of mature POC include the absence of a foul odor, a fermented product, and the absence of phytotoxic symptoms, poisoning plants. Liquid organic fertilizer, POC, can be applied by spraying it onto the leaves or pouring it onto the soil. To spray, mix the POC with water at the recommended ratio, generally around 110 to 140, shake well, then spray evenly, especially on the undersides of leaves, in the morning or evening when the weather is not hot or windy. To pour it directly around the base of the stem and roots of the plant. Application method by foliar spray preparation. Shake the POC well before use and mix it with water according to the package instructions. For example, 1 liter of POC mixed with 10 liters of air. Time. Spray in the morning, 6 o'clock to 9 a.m., or in the afternoon, 4 o'clock to 6 p.m. Technique. Spray evenly on the undersides of leaves, as stomata, pores, are more numerous on the undersides and are wide open at these times. Caution. Avoid spraying during hot sun, before rain, or at night. If it rains within an hour of spraying, there's no need to repeat the spraying process. However, if it rains before that hour, repeat the spraying process. Application method. Pouring onto the soil preparation. Mix POC with water as you would for spraying. Time. Can be done at any time. Technique. Pour the POC solution directly around the stem and root area of the plant. Caution. The dosage can be doubled if applied to the stem and roots. Ensure the fertilizer is ready and not excessive to avoid damaging the soil. Other important points follow recommendations. Weekly or every few days, depending on weather conditions and plant type. Mixing. Avoid mixing POC with fungicides or bactericides to prevent damage to the beneficial microorganisms in the POC. The best time to apply liquid organic fertilizer, POC, is in the morning between 6 o'clock to 9 a.m. or in the afternoon between 4 o'clock to 6 p.m. Avoid spraying during hot sun or before rain to prevent evaporation and ensure optimal nutrient absorption by the plants. Ideal times: morning, 6 o'clock to 9 a.m., when the dew on the leaves has started to dry and the air temperature is still fresh. Afternoon, 4 o'clock to 6 p.m., when the air temperature is starting to cool. Times to avoid: afternoon, when the sun is hot, as this can cause rapid evaporation and stress the plants. Before rain, spraying can be washed away by rainwater if applied too close to the time of rain. Signs of thriving plants after being fertilized with organic fertilizer can be observed from the physical condition of the plants and the health of the surrounding soil. Unlike chemical fertilizers, which have an instant effect, organic fertilizers work slowly by improving soil structure over time. Signs in plants: faster and stronger growth. Plant stems will grow straight, sturdy, and less prone to wilting. Dense and healthy crowns. Leaves will grow thickly with a deeper, fresher green color. Increased productivity. Plants will flower and bear fruit more frequently. The resulting fruit will also be larger, healthier, and more delicious. Resistance to pests and diseases. Improved plant health will make them more resilient against pests and diseases. Signs in the soil: looser texture. Organic fertilizer improves the physical properties of the soil, making it looser and easier to work with. Darker color. Healthy, fertile soil, rich in organic matter, will be blackish brown. Earthy aroma. Well-ripened compost or organic fertilizer will have an earthy aroma, not a rotten odor. Increased cation exchange capacity. CEC, organic fertilizer, improves the soil's ability to retain nutrients, making them more readily available to plants. Increased microbial activity. Soil fertility is also evident in the increased population of soil microorganisms that aid in the absorption of nutrients by plants. Differences with chemical fertilizers: if you're used to using chemical fertilizers, the signs of fertility from organic fertilizers may be slower to appear. This is because organic fertilizers provide nutrients gradually, unlike chemical fertilizers, which are not as rapid. However, their effects are more sustainable in the long term and produce higher quality yields. The advantages of liquid organic fertilizer, POC, for fruit plants include rapid leaf absorption of nutrients for photosynthesis and growth, improved fruit quality, sweeter, larger, and longer-lasting, accelerated shoot and flower growth, and long-term improvement of soil structure and fertility. POC also helps increase plant resistance to disease and pests.